Well, hey, friend, my name is Megan Chapman, and I am so excited to be coming to you with the 4-point recruiting plan. Are you ready to elevate your recruiting? Are you ready to make your team building feel natural, comfortable, and as authentic as possible? Well, I'm so excited to share with you how, and I have implemented the 4-point recruiting plan this seminar year, and I cannot even tell you the difference it has made in my confidence, my recruiting, my team members' recruiting, my team members' confidence, and our organization. We have literally grown to almost 300. Almost 300. We have almost doubled our unit size in 6.5 months because of this. So I'm so excited to share this with you. And I just pray that it blesses you in such an exponential way. So the first thing is whenever I hop on a Zoom, whether it's a facial, a double facial, or a party, or whether it's in person. So after I ask them their opening questions for their skincare session, I ask them, I say, Susie, who do you know in your life who would be really good at doing what I do? And they'll say, oh, my Aunt Susan, or oh, my friend Karen. And I say, oh my goodness. And I take mental notes of the names. And then I say, well, what about you? And they're like, oh, well, I'm busy, or oh, I don't know, etc. I say, you know what? You're probably right. But just watch what I do today and just see if you could see yourself doing it too. Now, the concept of, you're probably right is it's a push and pull. It's like dating. It's like when your husband asked you out on the first date. He probably did not kiss you on that first date, right? It's a push, it's a pull. It's a push, it's a pull. And so I just say, you're probably right, but just watch what I do and just see if you could see yourself doing it too. And so at that point, they're watching you. And my mission with my skincare party is for it to be as duplicatable and as ABC simple as possible, because ultimately our vision with recruiting is to build leaders and to build more women like us. Don't you want 5 red jackets on your personal team? Don't you want 20 red jackets in your unit to build a national area? Well, the simplest way to do that is your recruiting has to be simple, has to be duplicatable. That's why I love the 4-point recruiting plan. So step 1 is the ask. Who do you know in your life who would be good at doing what I do? And then telling her, what about you? Watch what I do. See if you can see yourself doing it too. So then when we get to the cleanser, hydrogels, charcoal mask, we do the charcoal mask, and we will do her hydrogel eye patches. And then I will play the referral game at that point. So everybody has their own way of doing the referral game. You do not want to miss the referral game. So we get a lot done during this charcoal mask process. So what I do is after her charcoal mask has been on and we've played the referral game, what I say to her is I say, Susie, I am going to show you the 6 most popular qualities of what I have found make up a successful skincare consultant. And if you feel like you have any of these qualities, I know you'd be great. And if you don't, you probably would just prefer to be a customer. And the reason I say that is because, again, it's the push, it's the pull. It's the push, it's the pull. And it takes all the pressure off. Like, if you don't have any of these qualities, you'd rather just be a customer. Now, the strategy behind these qualities is that pretty much every single person that you know will have at least one of these qualities. And so I created a really adorable graphic. And so I'm going to show you exactly what that is. It is phenomenal. So what this is I just go through the 6 qualities. So the first is I explain to them that I look for busy women because busy women get so much more done than women that are not busy. The second is I tell them women who are looking for extra money, if you could use an extra 200 to 2 grand a month, what we found is that women who are looking for an opportunity financially are so much more driven to succeed. The next is we look for women who are not the sales type. And I explain that all of us women have our 6th sense, which is our intuition, of course. And so with that, I explain to them that women who are not salesy do amazing because you're just more genuine. The next quality on here is women who don't know a lot of people. And I tell them, I know this sounds crazy, but when I started my Mary Kay business, I was a full-time student. I really did not know a bunch of people. And what I found is that a business like Mary Kay is so fun to build on new relationships. In fact, 7 of my 9 bridesmaids I met through Mary Kay. And so think of a personal story in your life of how you could transfer that to her, of building connections, building relationships, and that it's a lot of fun. The next quality are sleeping giants. And I always tell them this is one of my favorite qualities because sleeping giants are women that are maybe introverted and they've decided they don't want to be introverted anymore. Or maybe it's somebody who has always been kind of shy and has these amazing leadership qualities and just needs something to unleash it in. And I explain the sleeping giant as being like a little rosebud that's just going to blossom into a beautiful flower. And then the last quality is women that are family oriented. And I explain that when we're family oriented, our reason why is our family. And share a personal story of something you've done for your family. For myself, I have a 1-year-old baby boy, and my husband is a full-time chiropractic student. And so I'm supporting our entire family. And I just explained to them that it is just the greatest gift and privilege to be able to support my family and that they are my driving factor and my why. And so think of something that you've done for your family that you could relate that to. And that way that S personality, who is very family oriented, can resonate with what you're saying. And so I asked them, which of those qualities do you feel like you have? And they'll tell you, and then you just move on. You wash off the charcoal mask and you keep on going. And I do want to tell you, if you're doing a big party, I always do a big spin the wheel, or you could use old-fashioned tickets. So as they're answering these questions, I'm like, Susie, you get an entry, and you get an entry, and you get an entry into the giveaway. And that way it's fun. It feels easy. And who doesn't love a birthday party? Don't you love birthday parties? I love going to my friends' birthday parties as an adult. Your mission is for it to be fun and lighthearted, and yet where they can see that you're competent and that you're confident. And when I started my business, I was not confident in the recruiting area or sales really at all. And what I have found is that when you're prepared and when you have these little outlines, it just makes you come across very confident, even if you don't feel that way yet. It's going to help you to be able to get those wins. So the next part is after she's washed off her charcoal mask, I have her feel her mask and feel how her skin feels, right? And then I briefly explain about the microdermabrasion set by showing a picture. And I say, I hype it up, I show them everything that it does, and I say, Susie, this is $58 and hardly anybody ever pays for it because you're going to get it for free when you do your own get together with 5 girlfriends. Now, that's a seed planted. So step 3 on the 3-point or 4-point recruiting plan. So we asked the question, right? Then we showed the qualities. The third is booking a party. So at the end, I just tell her, I say, Susie, I have a goal. It's so big. Like, you don't even know how big it is. It's huge. And it would mean so much for you to do a little get together with friends, and you have to get your free microderm. It is just the greatest thing ever. And so would you be willing to do that? Can we do a little get together? Or I'll say, when do you want to do it? Feel out the person, right? But I always make it like, it's not even a question. Like, we're doing this. When are we going to do your get together? And I learned this from Ari Hathaway and Sylvia Cadillac. And what I do is I tell them, okay, so after we've got a date set, what I tell them sitting there on the couch or sitting there in the breakout room on Zoom, I say, I'm going to pay you in product for your invitations. So I'm going to pay you $20 to send out 20 invitations, because when you invite 20, 5 to 8 are going to come. How does that sound? And so I pay her in a free oil-free eye makeup remover for sending out those 20 invites. So you've got the party booked, and hostesses are so easy to recruit. So easy. Like after a party, I'm like, Susie, did that look hard? She's like, no. I'm like, girl, look at these sales tickets. Even if you sold $300, you guys, a $300, which is a low party, isn't it? I say, girl, $150 in an hour. Are you kidding me? Let's get you started. What is there to think about? So it's super easy to recruit a hostess, which is the strategy to always making sure that you book a party. So the fourth part of the 4-point recruiting plan is showing them the reasons why women will do Mary Kay. So if you're in a party setting, this is where you're going to close out that spin the wheel, and every question they ask, they're going to get entered into the spin the wheel drawing. So we come back to the table. If I'm at a big party, I'm like, come on, guys, let's go. I like bring the sales tickets. I'm running to the table. I'm excited. If we're on Zoom, I tell them in the breakout rooms where I'm closing the sale, I'm like, you can't leave, Susie. You got to stay. This giveaway is going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen. Greatest thing since sliced bread.